Do you have any advice for someone else who wants to find that reason that will keep them going on?
Yeah, it's common or cliche to say, to find your why and all that. But I think actually just asking yourself why over and over. So why veganism? So I answer that question for myself. Why bodybuilding? I have my own reasons. It was meaningful to me. It was something I hadn't, I was always the small guy, right? I wanted something different. I wanted to feel empowered. I wanted to lead by example. I wanted to be bigger and stronger. I wanted to be more confident. I have my own reasons, just like my own reasons for being vegan, my own reasons to be a writer, my own reasons to hop on this podcast today. And so you just have to ask yourself why over and over, because that will bring you back to your purpose. That will bring you back to your passion, or at least your feeling of joy or gratitude for doing what you're doing. I realize that not everybody has passion for something. It's a special gift that some people have and some people don't. That's just the way it is. There's some people deal with mental health issues, deal with depression, deal with a troubled life, deal with poverty, deal with oppression, deal with all kinds of things. And you can't just say, you can't just blanket say, hey, smile more and feel better. Like when people have real struggles. And, I've been there myself a little bit with depression and sports injuries and that led to adding a bunch of body weight and having body image issues and feeling like a failure more times than I could ever count in so many business ventures and so many projects, from failed books to failed film projects to failed speaking gigs to failed fitness results to, all kinds of, failed friendships, all kinds of stuff. I've certainly felt some of that. And so it's hard to just say, oh, you just haven't found your passion yet, Tom. You just got to be happy like me, and post, thumbs up photos on Instagram. But I do believe that we can find some joy in the process, because anything outside of the darkness or the struggle that's better than that is a moment of joy or of happiness or something more positive or more pleasant. And so I encourage people to seek that out. So, it doesn't mean that weightlifting is the type of exercise for you. It doesn't mean that running is the type of exercise for you, or swimming or hiking or anything like that. But I bet there's something that you enjoy. I'm not talking to you, Tom, but to your listeners, there's got to be something you enjoy out there. And you just have to try enough things to figure it out. Like I said, why bodybuilding? That's so far from my skill set. I was a pretty good runner. I was quite fast. I took a lot of pride in that, and ran long distance races in high school and in college and after that, and just had such a great time with it. But I tried bodybuilding. I tried weightlifting, and I found that I enjoyed it. And it's something I never would have discovered had a childhood friend not introduced me to it. And so that changed the course of my life forever. I wouldn't be talking to you. I wouldn't be on the verge of very, very hopefully releasing a New York Times best-selling book if I didn't try something new. And so I encourage people, whether it's foods and trying to experiment with a creative plant-based diet and try new foods, like, in your region, perhaps, or certainly when I was in Southeast Asia, some of the best tasting foods ever, like mangosteen and this incredible fruit that just, you don't necessarily get it out here in the US. But experimenting with different types of foods, different types of exercise, and different hobbies. This is a true story. You want to know this? This is kind of funny. Just yesterday, I was texting with Brendan Brazier, really one of the great vegan athletes of all time. And I was asking him, what are your hobbies? Because I found myself being so stressed out for a long time now. This book has taken 2 to 3 years to write, just this one specific project. And now all this marketing, not that I don't enjoy talking to you today, Tom, but I'm doing this all the time. Be honest,
Robert.
I'm doing this all the time. I'm doing podcasts and live videos and interviews, and I've got many more to come, 50 to 100 more to come, in the coming months. And that's what it takes to have a best-selling book. It's connecting the dots ahead of time. I'm not going to make it there if I don't do this kind of stuff. It all adds up. But I was asking my longtime friend and great mentor of mine, Brendan Brazier, what do you do, man? Because he's already written 5 books. He's toured all over the world. He's done all this stuff. And so, he gave me some advice, where he's working on a project right now just basically out in the woods. He talked about less screen time, more purposeful time, that it's okay to do something like watching television, which I've been opposed to for pretty much 20 years because I was so focused on productivity, make every moment count, 1,440 minutes every day. What are you doing with your time? And I said, man, I'm just burning out. I just gotta, and I used to travel a lot and I can't do that now with COVID. And so like, what do you do? And so, these are conversations that I actually have because I'm trying to find my own joy in the process with, people see the great aspects of, oh, you're in good shape, or you post these flexing photos, you look pretty good, or you have this book out here that is endorsed by all these wonderful people. And there's a lot of excitement around it, but behind the scenes, it's a tough road with a lot of expectation and a lot of deadlines and a lot of stress and a lot of worry and anxiety. And so for anybody on whatever path you're on, look for those moments of joy, because that's what's going to keep you going when things do get tough.
Yeah, I love that.